Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today we're going to be bringing you a new recipe. It's a recipe that I've had for quite a while in my binder that I wanted to try, and I finally got around to trying it this past weekend. So I'm working on different variations, but today I thought that I would show you the first one that I tried. So today we're going to be making two different ones. We're going to be making a fruit Pop Tart and a caramel Pop Tart. Yes, you heard it here first, Pop Tarts. So I have the Pop Tarts down to the fruit one is 3 points. I'm thinking the caramel one may turn out to be 3 to 4 SmartPoints, maybe 4. So maybe 3. I'm gonna have to calculate that one because I'm not sure. We're gonna make 1/3 of the batch, just that one different, because I do have a helper today, and she's requested that she make hers a caramel one. So this is new. We haven't tried this one yet, so stay tuned. We're gonna get started and make some yummy Pop Tarts. Okay, before I get started, we're gonna need a couple of extra tools today. We're gonna need our pastry mat, which my lovely assistant is rolling out for me there. And then we're going to need a rolling pin. We're going to need a bowl for mixing. And a few other various bowls that we're going to need. Now for our ingredients today, we're going to need some self-rising flour, some Greek yogurt. Perfect.
There we go.
Now for the fruit Pop Tarts, we're going to need some sugar-free. I'm using today the red raspberry preserves, and I can tell you, wonderful, like amazing. And then for her caramel ones, she's going to be using the Smucker's Sundae syrup in the caramel flavor.
Yummy. I'm excited about.
And for our frosting, confectioner's sugar. You can't go wrong with a good powdered sugar glaze on top of your Pop Tarts. So we're going to set that aside because we don't need that until a little bit later. And we're going to start to measure out our ingredients. Allison, if you can set. There you go. I don't even know what I was thinking, trying to give her direction, because she was ready to go. Okay, so I dug out a couple of half-cup measuring cups. Since we're only making a half a batch, which will make 3 Pop Tarts, we're going to just use a half cup of each. And that's a half cup of self-rising flour and a half cup of Greek yogurt. Now, here's the thing. I would have used my self-rising wheat flour today, but someone doesn't like wheat flour, so we're going to go ahead and use the white flour. So, we're going to go ahead and get started and get our measurements out.
Do you want me to open up the yogurt?
Please.
Yeah. Okay. Now stir it.
Yep. Always give it a stir. Now, if you notice the Instant Pot behind you, in my Instant Pot today, I have another batch of homemade yogurt going. So I'm super excited to get a new batch of yogurt going, because it is so much better to have the homemade yogurt versus the yogurt that's store-bought.
Yeah.
Alright, so that looks good. We're going to go a little bit shy of that one, so we're just going to set that off to the side. Maybe grab our spoon out.
Yeah, definitely grab it.
Sorry about the banging. Here you go. And we did taste test this over the weekend.
It was delicious.
It was delicious. So I do have a surprise variation coming up for you, hopefully next week. We're not going to mention it today because, again,
Surprise.
that one's going to be a surprise. But honestly, you are going to be so super excited once we make it. I mean, this one's good. The other one's really good. Like, really, really good. Alright, so I'm just measuring out a half cup of flour.
Okay, I think I'm done with this.
Okay, you can set it in the sink. Grab the spoon.
Oh, this one?
Yep, that spoon. Thank you. Alright, we're going to pop in
This Oops.
the flour
I have some
here.
yogurt on you.
I know.
Oops.
Alright.
Yeah, we gotta put some there too.
Yep. I'm just going to flour a little bit here on our board.
So when you put it on, it doesn't stick.
Yep, so it doesn't stick when we put it on. See, she's got the lingo down pat. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna start mixing.
I'm thinking this is going to be future prep whisperer right here. All right, so we're going to start mixing the dough with the spoon first because it always seems to incorporate a little bit better. And we have both done really well and washed our hands before we got started. All right.
Start.
Okay, do you want me to do it? Okay, well, you might as well just stick your finger in it now. Here, put.
Oh yeah. Wait, where is it? Okay.
Might as well scoop it all off now since you're already working on it.
Yep.
And get to work. All right, so we're gonna cut out here. I'm gonna let her go ahead and knead this dough, and once she gets it into a ball, we'll come back so that we don't bore you with the making of the dough. Okay, I'm gonna have to take over because, of course, she is tired of trying to get it together. So,
Now I'm gonna wash my hands.
see if I can get this to pull together. There's still some flour out here.
I'm going a mess right now.
See what I'm doing? Pushing it in the flour like this.
Oh, okay.
See? Then it picks up the rest of the flour. Then it's not so sticky, see?
Yeah, it's already like together now.
Oh, now she's saying the reason why it's so easy is because she already did the hard work.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna find a rag.
Okay.
I like to do the rolling.
So we're just gonna dump this a little bit into the flour here. I'm just gonna kind of flatten this out as much as I can.
Got my hands
And
washed.
then I'm gonna roll the roller, and then I'm gonna let my assistant take back over. And this is a good one if you have children at home. This is a good one to kind of do. We had a snow day here today, so we got our work done. And after the end of the day, we decided that we would make a treat after dinner. So we just finished with dinner, and we finished with our dinner dishes.
So basically, this is dessert.
It kind of does taste like a dessert, doesn't it?
Because how good like the frosting and the insides are, and the dough. Ooh, it's like sticking to that thing.
Okay, because there's not enough flour on it. So
Nope,
hold on.
that spot.
Okay, pull that off the roller. So anytime this happens,
Right
if you
here.
don't work with a roller a lot, anytime this happens, it's because,
I'm gonna put some dough.
Oh.
Some right here.
just wait. It's because of the fact that
That.
there's a sticky spot, so it's gonna stick. So you wanna make sure that the roller has a little bit of flour on it so that it's not getting sticky. And if you start noticing that it's picking up, you typically stop, don't just keep rolling.
There. Yeah, you.
And then we fix it, so.
And then it's all better.
Move the flour out of the way. Thank you.
So you think this is good or no?
No, because this end by you is a little thick. You see it, how it's thicker?
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, if you are rolling this out and it's a little thick, then it poofs up a lot in the air fryer. And we are cooking this in the air fryer today. So it does poof up in the air fryer, and then what happens is it's just way too thick. So we found that the thinner you roll it, the better off you are. And you want to try to roll it into like a square shape. I'm not sure what kind of shape we have going on here on our board today, but we'll make it work. So we've got that
I'm
done.
gonna patch up all the holes.
The holes don't matter, we'll fix those.
Okay. Oh wait, there's
Okay.
some spots on the thing where dough is stuck. There's some spots on the rolling pin where the dough is stuck.
It's okay.
Just trying to get them off.
No, it's fine. We don't need that. All right, so we're going to stop rolling.
Aw.
I know, she likes the rolling part. Okay, stop rolling.
Uh.
Come in a little closer.
Okay. I'm gonna put the rolling pin over here. Now.
All right. So
Pizza cutter.
what we're going to do is we're going to take our pizza cutter because I think it'll be the easiest.
Yes.
I'm looking at it trying to figure out the best way to do this. All right, we're just going to cut it here. And then
which one is this one right now?
we're actually going to cut this into a couple. Normally what you want to try to do is you want to try to have it in like a rectangular shape, and then you cut it into 3s. And technically I could have not done this slice down the middle, and I could have just left that into one piece and folded it over. But either way, it works. So we've got that ready.
Okay.
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a fork and a spoon. And then we're going to start to measure out our ingredients.
Okay.
Okay, so next step,
So,
please, is we have a tablespoon and a teaspoon out here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little one here.
little one.
And we're going to put
Caramel.
1 teaspoon of caramel. And this is 2 tablespoons, I think, for 2 or 3 points, but I think 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon should work just fine in here.
Don't want to scrape it out at all?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then what you're going to do is you're going to spread that
With the spoon?
with a spoon.
Make sure it gets all the little spots, but not too far on the corner.
Yep. Now, if you get too close to the corners, what's going to happen is it's going to seep out, and then it's going to get in your air fryer, and then you're going to have to scrub it.
And your hands will get sticky when you're eating it.
Yep, and your hands will get sticky when you're eating it. Sometimes that's not a bad thing.
Okay. I think I went a little bit too far on the edge on this side. But it should be okay.
She went a little too far, but she's not the one cleaning the air fryer. I think she thinks that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have a 1/2 tablespoon of the sugar-free jam here.
Oh my god, if you want so like clean.
I know. Put one on this one.
Are we doing another caramel one too?
See, she had to make the comment about the first one. Now the second one doesn't want to come out.
Yep.
All right, so we got that done.
Okay.
I guess we need another spoon.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna set this one right over here, okay?
Okay.
Oh my god, wait.
And we're just going to squeeze some out because the caramel ones are hers.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
Oops, I went too far.
All right, so we're going to get our filling done here.
Spread that one on this one. Ooh. Don't go too far there. Ooh. Jelly's hard. The jelly is harder to.
Well, the jelly's thicker.
Yeah.
And maybe we did need like a full 1/2 tablespoon.
Do you want to finish this?
Yes.
It's hard. It's raining outside right now.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start to seal these up.
Ooh, I love that part.
So we're going to start bringing these over here. I'm going to actually tuck this one in a little bit because I don't want that seeping over the edge too much.
I have the fork. Do you want me to start?
Okay. Nope, I'll start it and then you can finish it.
Oh, the pushing down?
Yep, I'll start it. You can finish it.
Okay.
And you can see, I mean, like I said, we could have just folded it over and that would have been just fine.
It's gonna steep a little bit there.
Yep. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our fork and we're gonna dip it in a little bit of the flour.
You can't see this one.
It's okay. And then we're gonna start to crimp the edges and make it look like a Pop Tart. Pretty cool, right?
It's pretty unique too.
So what happens is if it starts to get sticky, just dip it back in the flour. And then you should be fine.
And it also gives it also puts like the insides more like in the middle. So when you take a bite, it'll be better.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first one of the jelly. You can see we still have it seeping out a little bit. Just means I'm gonna have more work to do.
Plus jelly and like caramel are really sticky.
Yep. So I've got those two ready. I'm just gonna pull a plate down. We're gonna get those off the mat. I'm just gonna set them right here on my plate, which I'm sure you can't see because I moved it right outside the camera. All right, so this is what they look like. And then I'm gonna let my lovely assistant go ahead and close the edges
Oh, my caramel.
of her caramel ones. She gets a little crazy when she closes her edges. Her edges are a little bigger than mine.
Definitely. What about this little piece right here?
Just flip it over.
Hmm?
Flip the piece over.
The whole thing?
No, just that little piece at the edge. And then
Seal it?
seal it.
Okay.
See, pretty easy.
Mm.
There's no right or wrong way to do this. And like I said, it's super easy and it's a fun little project. Normally what we do when we get together is like earlier, which we didn't film, we made gummy bears.
Gummy bears. And with a new recipe.
With a new recipe we did. We're trying out something new and it seemed to be pretty good. So maybe we'll film that one day on our next snow day.
Oh yeah. That could be tomorrow if it's icy.
The children like the snow days.
We love them. Oh,
Okay, so while she's finishing that up, I'm going to turn you around and we're going to get started with the air fryer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spray our inside of our air fryer. And I don't know if you're supposed to spray these or not, but I definitely don't want this sticking any more than it has to. So I'm going to go ahead and lift my first one. We're going to place it right in here. Take my second one. I'm going to place that in here. We're going to grab our two little ones over here off to the side.
I'm gonna walk over to the air
Which we can see our caramely goodness hanging out, which means that we're going to have to scrub this later.
Sorry.
Oh, no big deal.
Excited.
See if I can stretch these out to where I can get all these in here.
Oh yeah, so they don't like touch and then come together as one.
Even though I have the bigger air fryer, sometimes it's just not big enough. All right, so we've got the 4 of them in here. Then go ahead and pop that in there. Probably gonna have to plug it in to make it work. What do you think? Now that I have sticky caramely fingers, I'm gonna have to wipe everything down. All right, so I'm gonna press it on. We're gonna leave it at 370. We're gonna back it down just for 10 minutes, but I don't think we're gonna need all that, and we're just gonna hit start. So I will try to check it halfway through, and I'll give you a quick look, and then we'll be back. Okay, so it's been 4 minutes, and it smells wonderful, so let's take a look. Our little ones are curling up a little bit. Still looking good. We're gonna pop it back in and give it a little more time. Okay, one more check. They're smelling done, so I'm afraid to let them go too long because I don't want them to get overdone. And those look pretty good.
Those are done.
Right, I'm gonna let it go. I don't know. I'm thinking 5 minutes. At 370 looks pretty good. We're gonna stop it there. It's probably about 5.5 minutes. So I guess let your nose be your guide because I'm telling you, it smells wonderful in here. All right, so our last step while those are cooling down
Duh.
is the frosting. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out just a little bit just so it'll start to cool. Which I was talking about my air fryer, which you couldn't see. And then we're gonna go ahead and measure out 1/8 of a cup of powdered sugar. And we're gonna put that into a small little container. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to take some water. And you just want, can you grab me another spoon, please?
Yep, I said it right there.
I need one more.
Oh, okay.
So what's gonna happen is you're going to, I guess I can use this spoon, it's fine.
You sure?
We're gonna just take and drop it by teaspoons in here. Yeah, give me another spoon.
Another one?
Yep, please. Please and thank you.
You're welcome, and you're welcome.
I don't want to keep getting the spoon wet and then the frosting get too thin.
I don't know where that was going with that.
So far we have 2 teaspoons in there. And that might be just enough. But again, start small and just add more because you don't want it too thin and you don't want it too thick because you want to be able to drizzle this on.
This is like a little drizzle.
And if you get it too thin, then you have to add more, then you have to adjust the points, and that just makes it a little tougher. All right, so that looks good. Might be a little thinner than I want, so you might want to do maybe 1.5 teaspoons, but I think for our purposes today, it's going to be fine. Okay, so we're just going to give those Pop Tarts just a few more minutes to cool down. Maybe I'll transfer them to a plate really quick. And then if you could grab me some tongs, sweetheart. Tongs.
These ones?
Doesn't matter. Those will work.
Boom.
So we're going to grab some tongs really quick. I'm just going to pull these out. Check these. Nope, you know what? I'm going to throw these back in.
They're a little flimsy.
Yeah. They should just be a little bit harder. Actually, I'm just going to flip all these over.
And then put them back in.
And then put them back in. You got it, sweetheart.
Oh my god, I keep bumping this. Okay. How long are we putting them in for this time? Minute or 2?
Yep.
Yeah, that one's
All right, so we flipped them over. And we're just going to pop them right back in. And again, this is a new recipe to me, so we tested them out. I think I cooked them at 400 last time.
I think it was like
400.
400? Oh.
So we did them at 400 last time, and it cooked really fast. But I was thinking maybe it cooked too fast on the outside, and the inside could have been a little bit more. So again, trial and error. But I think this 370 degrees is really going to work well. And then maybe 5 to 7 minutes on the cook time. So again, stay tuned. We'll come back as soon as we're ready. Okay, we're gonna check it again. I think those are looking a little bit better.
Much better.
Yes. You want them a little crispier, so I'm happy with those. All right, so I think I forgot to mention this before. The recipe, the original recipe that I found on Slapdash Mom, and I'll always include, if I find the recipe online, I always put a link to the recipe below in my comments. So just know that this one is something I'm trying from her website. And my variation that's going to hopefully come next week, I made up on my own based on her base, her base recipe. So super excited when I can find something and make it my own, and it's really, really good.
It looks so good.
I know. The funny thing is you can smell the fruit and the caramel on each of these, and it just smells absolutely delicious.
I know it's like,
Check those out. I know they don't look the greatest. My one curled up a little bit, but I'm telling you,
little curls and curls.
looks can be deceiving, people. It is so good. So, all right, we're going to let this cool down for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to come back. We're going to throw some frosting on it. I know Princess Pie here probably wants some sprinkles on hers, so
Definitely.
we're gonna find some sprinkles and come back, and then we'll show you the finished product. All right, so here is our final presentation. Are you ready? I know you have to be as excited as we are. So I've got my
Frosting.
frosting. Like I said, it is a little bit creamier than I would like, but we're just gonna go ahead and go with it. We're just gonna drizzle that right on top.
That looks so good.
And I'm only gonna drizzle it on the 2 that we're going to eat. So I'm gonna save my pretty one over there. And I'm gonna put it on my curly Q here. She would like chocolate
Chocolate
on hers.
That's good.
Is that good?
It's like a waterfall of
I know.
they're like coming
Sure
down
is like a
slowly.
waterfall. That's pretty cool.
Oh my god, that one looks so cool.
All right, so I'm just gonna put a couple of red sprinkles on my... All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a knife. We're gonna cut these open so you can see what the inside looks like.
Yeah. And then trying them. Best part. So here's what the berry one, I guess, looks like. Oh, that's so good.
Check that out. They're still a little warm. Let's see if I can get it. Can't
Like,
really get it to
here,
focus here.
You want me to get my flashlight?
Nope, we're gonna just get closer. Hold on, we're gonna take you off the tripod.
The tripod actually different.
How's that?
Definitely better.
Definitely done.
And
They
then-
look great. We're gonna go ahead and let her give hers a try.
Yay.
And I think we're gonna sign off and enjoy these while they're still warm. So, thanks for watching.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
I'm just hungry and want to eat it.
All right, so she's starving. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna chow down, I guess is what these young kids call it. All right, so with that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.